Y'all come on in, baby. Come on in. Listen, come on in. 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 Y'all keep on coming in. Keep on coming in. Come in. Y'all know when I go live. Y'all know I'm gonna go live. Keep on coming in. Keep coming in. Keep on coming in. Keep on coming in. Come on in. That's right. Keep on coming in. Y'all keep on coming in. Come on 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 in.
There's no budget here at the Boom Boom Room. See, we have no glam squad here. There's no hairstylist, no nail technician, no makeup artist, just you. This is a do-it-yourself type of gig over here, sweetie. So guess what? This will separate the little girl from the women. Now let's get to it.
Y'all keep on coming in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on. Y'all come on in, baby.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday night, and it's time for Our Point of View. How y'all doing? Please click like, click share. Let everybody know we are on, and it's time to get our point of view across and get our judge. Hold on, let me get back to this, because Coco not here tonight, so, you know, I'm running things over here. Things getting a little slow.
Running.
Oh, child. Running.
Where's Dominique at?
I don't know. She over there somewhere. I'm waiting on her to get... Hold on. Okay. Oh, because I was a little dark in here. I have to turn some lights on. It's time to get our just. I want y'all to click like, click share. Child, it's time to get our just again. Another week of Our Point of View. Because, baby, it's time to talk about it. You know, y'all still talking. And Trent, how was your week?
My week was pretty good. No complaints. I have no complaints.
That's good. You worked this week?
I did work this week.
Neil, how was your week?
It was pretty cool. I did my first Friendsgiving was Saturday night.
Okay.
Then I did another. It wasn't a Friendsgiving, but just chilled out. Another night. Me and my old man had a date night, so that was fun. We just went to the Beltline and walked the Beltline and chit-chatted and went to 2 Urban Licks.
It is holiday season. It's time for Friendsgiving and all that stuff so the people can be with their family on Thanksgiving. Oh, they're going to come me right there.
I got a Friendsgiving tomorrow night to go to.
Saturday,
next Wednesday, one of my friends having a Friendsgiving. It's just a lot.
Hey, Dominique.
Hello, how are you?
Fine. How was you doing? How you doing? How your week been?
My week has been good. I've been still recovering from my trip to Atlanta. I did a lot of drinking while I was there, so my body is still recovering from that. But as soon as I got back from there, I got back, Thursday? Then the next day, Miss Gay Ohio America started, so I judged that all weekend. Plus trying to work, so it's been a lot going on. Sean discovered that his private parts get hard, so I had to have that conversation with him.
Oh wow! Come on, mama. Come on, mama.
I was about 11 to 12 when that happened.
Oh wow!
He's 12 and he turns.
Oh,
13.
he's at the right age. Wait till he realized
in March.
Dominique.
Yes.
Wait till he realized that motherfucker can shoot. He gonna lose
Oh my God,
shit.
girl.
I
You heard
don't
me?
look forward to it.
Girl, when I
He-
first
Oh my God.
I'm
I
sitting in
ejaculated,
here.
remember my first wet dream when I woke up. I was like, what is going on?
Oh, child, I gave it.
I'm sitting in here
Hey,
on the
Sharetta.
computer doing stuff for work, and he comes in here. He goes, "Why is my bulldog so big?" And I was just like, "What are you talking about?" I knew that's what he called it, but so I was just like,
Oh my
"So
God.
big, so big."
Hey, brother.
And then I was like, "What are you talking about?" He pulls down his shorts, and there it is, just sticking straight out. I was like,
Oh,
"Oh my,
wow.
oh my God,
Gay.
wow.
I know you gay, girl.
I did, girl."
So you had to have a
So,
conversation with him. Hey, Tiana.
but we did not have the sex conversation. We just talked about the puberty part that's going to start happening. We go see my brother next weekend
Okay.
because he's having a Friendsgiving next weekend, so I'm gonna let my brother have that conversation
Yeah.
with him. Take him out, go ride around, and then they can have that talk.
Oh.
See, when I was 12, they took me to get head when I told them that happened to me. So you better be. Is your brother a holy? Like a straight shooter or what?
Well, we like tell him the truth.
Like reckless. My cousin, my older cousins and stuff, they was.
Oh
reckless.
no! He won't be like that. No, he won't say, "Come
Okay.
on, let me go get you something."
You're right.
He's not gonna do that. No.
Oh, girl.
I got a Down syndrome cousin. When he was dancing with my other cousin one time, an older lady, and they was slow dancing. And he called her honey. He said, "Honey." She said, "What lyric?" He said, "My dick heavy." He just knew it was heavier than it usually be. That was so funny to me.
Not as heavy.
He said, "Honey, my dick heavy."
All
Hey,
right.
Especially, well, never mind.
Especially when what?
No, I was about to say something about special needs, but I say never mind.
Well, child,
Hey,
your little boy's
Glamazon.
growing up, girl. Your little boy's growing up, Dominique. So, child,
He
finna be a teenager
is.
when-
I know how you
Never
feel
gave.
because when my son turned 15, I saw him bust off at a couple of guys, and I was like he cocked the pump and shot it at the motherfucker. I said, "Wait, who taught my son that shit?" Like that shit blew my mind. See, at least your baby's still innocent. He just know his dick bigger than normal right now. And once he learned how to get that motherfucker back down to his original state, baby.
Okay, a whole new reason to live.
Baby. When I learned I could spit, when I learned I had spit in my dick.
All kind of crust around the room, girl. On
Girl.
things, child.
Hey, Ethan. When I learned I had spit in my dick, it was over. I couldn't wait to go to bed at night.
Yeah, I'm sleepy.
Jack off every night.
Dominique gonna be around there wondering where's all this baby oil going.
Honey, listen.
What these wet rags in here for? Don't bring no wet rags in here.
Why is this rag so hard? Why is this rag so stiff?
Motherfucker standing up by himself.
You know why, and they know why, and that's the embarrassing part. Now you know why. So why you want to say, well, just pick it up and go on, or just
because I'm not gonna say anything. But do you remember when we were like in 5th and 6th grade? They separated the boys and separated the girls. They took you to go watch those videos about puberty and all that stuff. Of course, they don't do that anymore. They took that out.
Video.
In 5th grade, they sent the boys to one auditorium, they sent the girls to the other auditorium, and they showed you films and videos about puberty.
They can't do that no more because Dwayne Wade's daughter might be there now. They can't do them no more.
What they do now?
They briefly talk about it in health classes.
Yeah, that's what I was at. It was in health class.
They never told me shit.
But
Yeah.
They didn't separate it. They went on and gave it to you right there.
Mm-hmm.
They gave
I learned from experience.
Girl, congratulations, honey. So
Well, thanks, girl.
No, congratulations to him.
Girl, oh, he was so
Well,
intrigued.
no, congratulations to him and good luck to you.
Show him a
Girl,
video. No, not.
Well, it's a lot of
He
stuff
even
in
12.
education
Lord, forgive
that's
me.
not going to happen these days, honey. So this week is a National Transgender Awareness Week, and it started today. So it is from today until Wednesday of next week, I think. Tuesday of
Okay,
next.
for Tuesday.
But they still do things up until Wednesday because there is a transgender awareness march in New Orleans that I will be attending with Take Resource Center in Birmingham, Alabama. So put up your trans sister, your trans brother, and make people aware that you are an ally if you're not trans yourself. And yesterday I did an interview with Trinity Black and Portia B. Ross. It was the off the record interview on their platform, and it was really fun. I had a good time. I don't like doing interviews. I like to be the interviewee, but it was really nice and fun. And so thank you, Trinity and Portia, for having me on your platform and getting to know more about Chevelle Brooks. So I really had a good time. And I think next week is Tasha Long. So check them out. They've been doing a really good job at interviewing the legends and icons in the industry and getting to know, letting the community getting to know them much, much better. So check them out each and every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. on their platform. So I had a good time with them last night. It was fun. I hate doing interviews.
What y'all talk about?
We talked about me.
Did you get like in deep into the business of Chevelle? Because see, like we know Chevelle, the record
I
national title holder. We know Chevelle, the dancer, the entertainer. We know, But did you go deep? Did you go deep?
Answered the questions that they asked me, and it wasn't really like no hard questions and stuff like that. Something that was like really juicy because bitch, I don't do nothing juicy. So they did ask me about not doing like Black Universe and Black America. They asked me about forgiving and stuff like that, and how will I ever like continue to hold a grudge against Randall and stuff like that. So we talked about that. And
oh no, you're not coming to Renaissance.
Y'all so stupid.
And actually, I got an invitation today to Renaissance.
Oh wow!
Yes, he did send me an invitation today to come to Renaissance and said thank you for coming on their platform and telling my story. So I did get that message from Randall. But like I told her about that, I said I don't hold no grudges. I still talk about it when time comes up or whatever like that. And of course I make fun of it. I'm over it. And it's so funny when he sent me the message, all the messages came up from when we was talking about it.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
But child, that's what on the bridge. And like I told him, I said I even spoke to him when he came down for Wendell's Impact Houston pool party weekend. I forgot what it was for that weekend. Was on with Flash or what? But he came down and I actually spoke to him. It was by mistake, but I did speak to him. And someone was like, girl, you should have seen your face. I was like, but I did it sometimes. And like I told him, I cannot fuck with you, but if we're in the setting, I can't speak. If you speak to me, yeah. I fuck around and speak, but it ain't gonna kill me to speak.
So if he give you an envelope that's owed you, could y'all like go to lunch and stuff too?
No, we never did before.
Damn, but y'all ain't had no situation before.
We ain't really, I really don't know Randall like that. I just know him for what he's done in the pageant community, and that he does do work in the real female pageant community, and he does good work. So
yeah, he do.
I'm not nothing against Randall. That's just the only problem I had. But no, I really don't. He does really good stuff in the pageant community. He knows what he's doing, evidently, because he got a couple of winners under his belt.
Yes, he do. Shout out to Randall.
So I ain't no hard up bitch like that. Now, goddamn. But I am going to go to Alabama this week to be the ambassador for Take Resource Center in Alabama, and I will be performing at Icon in Tuscaloosa on Friday. And then on Saturday, I will be at Al's on 7th with the girls there at the cast of The Rave at Al's on 7th on Saturday. And on Sunday, I will be the keynote speaker at the Take Resource Center Empowerment Program Transgender Day of Remembrance Banquet Ball. And also, who will be joining me, which I'm excited about, is the Ruler. She's coming home to Birmingham, Alabama. So this will be her first
Shout out Ruler.
For them to get to see her as the Ruler in Birmingham, Alabama. So I'm excited about that, and I'm glad I'm going to be there to witness that. So shout out to the Ruler.
Shout out to the Ruler.
We will be doing all kinds of stuff throughout the week for Transgender Awareness Week. We're going to have peer group counseling. I have to go to meetings and talk to the trans community there. We're going to feed the homeless. We're going to a march in New Orleans on Wednesday. So we got a lot of things lined up this week, and I'm sure there are things lined up in your city. So if you want to join something that's in your city.
You're going to be in New Orleans too?
Yeah, I'm going to New Orleans Wednesday for the walk. And so, yeah, so join us in Birmingham if you're on here in Birmingham. Join us, or like they have stuff going on here in Houston for Transgender Awareness Week also. So, yeah, join us there. And what else I was going to say? Oh, coming up also is Diamond of the South. Diamond of the South is coming up in New Orleans, December 13th. Yeah, it is December 13th. Honoring Kyrese Cashmere and Serenity Lopez Lord. So join them in New Orleans, Louisiana. I will be there because the next day is Queen. But I do know that I saw Paula last night. I think last night. He said the entry fee is $300 and you win $2,000 that night. Don't come with no AB stones. You can only wear white with clear stones, I think, for presentation. Yeah, and it's at the Multipurpose Center there in New Orleans. And the next night is King and Queen.
Right.
At the Civic Theater, and we will all be there for that, honoring Kenny Davenport and Ryan Tejur, and posted by Flay Monroe. Entry fee is $300, and you win $4,000 that night. And you have a paid brunch the next day, and you also have a paid photo shoot the next day. So if you're thinking about running for King or Queen, remember you do have a photo shoot the next day after you win, and you do have a brunch the next day also after you win. A paid brunch after you win. So that's December.
So bring you some extra drag.
So bring you some extra drag, just because it's gonna be fun. If you win,
if you think you have a chance to win.
If you think you got a chance, watch that drag and bring it. You're gonna be at a brunch. You're gonna be passing by people. So make sure your pass by air smell good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Please.
I'm excited. I haven't been to New Orleans since. Oh my God, I haven't been to New Orleans since. Oh my God, early 2000s.
All right, Dominic, you was getting your pages on, baby. You was traveling. You going to see all the pages and stuff.
Did she always have the best seat?
Okay.
I'm excited. I messaged Paula today and let her know that I'll be up there for their event. I'm about to. He's at an age to where I can start enjoying life a little bit more.
Yes, he is of that age. Of course he is.
He's not that little baby anymore, so I can get out and start doing some things and enjoy life a little bit. Yeah.
Things have gotten a little hard for him.
And I mean literally. Literally. Shout out, but honey, I'm just not looking forward to when he gets his first insertion.
Oh Lord.
Look at Maya. Maya's so silly.
Shout out to Maya Clever son.
Shout out to Maya.
So yeah, I'm glad you're gonna be there. Neil's gonna be there too. So we'll all be there. Trim will be at work. So
I'll be working.
But we'll all be together in one space, one time, soon, okay? But shout out to Diamond of the South, December 13th, and see if Kennedy's going to either defend her title or if she's going to give it up. We'll never know until December.
And shout out to Kennedy, who's been holding it down for her and Ryan,
Yes,
keeping his memory alive. You've been doing an amazing job,
yes.
Kennedy.
Shout out to his mom too, who's a definitely great supporter.
Yeah.
And support you also, Miss Kim. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
And
Miss
hopefully
Kim.
we'll see her at the pageant December 14th also. And also this week we lost legendary icon dancer from Alvin Ailey. Judith Jameson passed away. She was 81 years old. Miss Amos,
It's goddamn about time.
baby, she was shit your ass. Baby mama was one though.
Yes, man. Look at that. Look at that toe pointed like that.
Yes,
Go
Lord.
ahead on.
She had held it down for a long time over there at Alvin Ailey. They still doing her choreography over there at Alvin Ailey, honey. But she won't leave. She won't leave.
Rest in peace to a legend.
Shout out to Chastity. She said Happy Wrestling Wednesday.
Hey, Chastity.
And what she said? Do you have what it takes to stand out to be seen? Wrestling is January 25th and 26th. That's next year, Jeff. We got to get out of here first.
We gotta get past Black Universe.
we still got to get past that, honey.
Well, yeah, hopefully Chevelle is USA. I mean, not USA, but Gay America. Right?
America.
Yes, and I can come to Westland. Look, if I'm not working. Cause y'all know how that goes, honey. So I looked up today and saw that Whoopi Goldberg bought her sports station. She's 68 years old. She launches the first global women's sports channel. Everything from soccer, basketball, tennis, cricket, curling, you name it. If a woman is playing it, we're showing it on her station. So shout out to Whoopi Goldberg.
Shout out to Whoopi.
She doing the damn thing.
I was just looking at her interview the other day where she was saying how they have to go through and make all these edits and changes to Sister Act 3 because of the other lady died.
Mm-hmm.
Mark, the stuff.
So it's kind of like delaying the process.
So that's why they change it. Who died?
The mother
Mother
nun.
Superior.
Oh, she sure did.
Yeah.
And they had already started filming, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was wondering what happened. Do y'all know that speaking of movies, the Luther Vandross documentary is out and it's showing in selected cities, but it only shows like 2 shows in that theater for one day or something like that. But it's supposed to come out on a streaming network or something like that.
Well, I hope they're really true to, because Luther was so mysterious to me that I would love to find out more about him.
They said it's really good.
I want to see it. I've been trying to go see it.
I don't know what they told any. My grandchild went to see it, but I just want to see what they're gonna tell us that we don't know. You know, we don't really know too much. Anyway.
Yeah, we don't need him to admit that he like dick.
Yeah, we don't need.
Yeah, we knew that. We knew that.
You know,
but he was one of the greatest, to me, the greatest male singer of all time. To me, I would love to look into his life too. I've been trying to go see that. It's playing at Tara. What's that thing on Cheshire Bridge? You know what I'm talking about? It's playing there.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm gonna try to look and see if they're gonna show another showing. And also, Whitney Houston's concert is out. Speaking of documentaries, they showing the concert from Africa, but they should. I think they should have re-released The Troops. I think they should have re-released that, or either the one in DC. That's what they should have re-released. Because
I think they're gonna release that too because they snatched it all off of YouTube.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, so that let me know that it was gonna be like for sale or for purchase next. So
yes, they did have it.
Because I used to watch it religiously and sit up and cry like a baby, like she just died.
I was looking for some stuff from Nicole the other day and I couldn't find it. I said, "Well, girl, they cut it in half, honey."
That damn Pat, it ain't enough. She pulled out all them bail to Pat just want everything.
Oh Lord.
Pat get on my fucking nerve.
Well, as we know, we get in the new president, and he already up to his shenanigans, and he's starting with Nikki Haley. He's starting with Nikki Haley and Mike Pompeo. Is that how you say his name?
Pompeo.
Pompeo, yeah. He's stormed with them and saying that he will not be. He made a tweet about it and saying that he was not working with them again. It was nice working with them, but he won't be bringing them back for this Trump administration. And she wished him well, but they think because didn't she get some slurs at him when they was running against each other and stuff?
Well, he did the same. He actually started it. So she actually kept it during the campaign. She kept it very civil with him. But he was the one that kept attacking her. But I think that probably the hardest part, what really was the slap in the face, as far as he was concerned, was after she dropped out. She did not endorse him,
Mm-hmm.
and she wasn't like, yeah, y'all get out. So child, he's just like a kid.
He really,
he's just like a child, and okay, you wouldn't play with me, so I'm never
Very
gonna play with
tit-for-tat.
you and be your
Yeah.
friend. It's very bad. So, child,
he's very nanny boo boo.
Oh yeah.
yeah. So, honey, but so also, are we surprised? And probably do they care? Because they probably don't want to work with him either. They probably would, even if he offered, they would have said no.
Mm-hmm.
Why in the world would they? Well, they want to stay. Sometimes you want to stay amongst power, so they probably did. His vice president said even worse things. Well, yeah, he did, but child, that was a strategic move for him.
Mhm.
That's what that was. That was a strategic move. But it's a funny thing, like all the people like celebrities are getting slack for voting for Trump. And I was watching TV, but I was getting ready for our point of view, and I was coming across stuff, and I saw that Tasha K had lost 5,000 followers on her page, and she was going crazy about it because she had posted a video about voting for Trump. And she was saying that she didn't tell them who to vote for. She never did anything political on her page. She was just letting them know that what she voted for because her views aligned with his. And she said that's what you're supposed to vote on is what aligns with you. So, which had nothing to do with them. So why would they unfollow her? And she think it's very stupid. And then Waka Flocka had a gig in DC, and they canceled him because he voted for Trump, and he's a Trump supporter. But y'all should have known before y'all booked him that he was a Trump supporter. It's known that he's a Trump supporter. I was watching TV today. That's what I was getting ready to say. And the episode on Growing Up Loving Hip Hop or Growing Up Hip Hop, and his wife approached Deb, which is his mother, about being a Trump supporter on the show. And she was saying the same thing, that her views aligned with Trump. And they can't be mad at her because that's what she want. That's who she want to vote for.
Mm-hmm. She should have kept that clandestine to her goddamn self.
But the thing that they need to keep in mind, though, even though sure that your views are your views and your thoughts are your thoughts or whatever the case may be, but when you're talking about the people that you are trying to cater to be your fans, the people that follow you, those don't align with them. And so when they and some people, if you're voting against my best interest, or you brought somebody in that's against my best interest, then I'm gonna step away, which is their right as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
So I mean, it's just she should have expected that.
I think for actors, entertainers, it's the tricky line once they start making political views, because they are, people want to hear your music, they want to see you play the sport and do whatever. That's all they want to hear from you. So when you start stepping into political viewpoints, no matter what candidate you go for, you're going to offend a portion of your fan base.
Mm-hmm.
So for certain people, I just think it's safer to just keep your mouth round table talk with your friends, but not always feel the need to say publicly, what are you doing? Because I'm sure it's people who was upset with Taylor Swift, upset with Beyonce, upset with like all these celebrities for saying how they felt about it. People, so.
And you know what's funny to me though, and I mean, you guys can chime in. You know, for some people, like say like for them, or but you meet some people who say, oh yeah, I'm a Trump supporter, whatever the case may be. Some people look at that as a come up, like they really saying something that's really a big deal. I mean, does that make any sense?
You still have a population of people, especially black people, who will forever think that the white man ice is colder than the black man ice. So if they align themselves to that, that sometimes make them feel that inside.
Mm-hmm. But like I said, people can do what they want to do. If you feel that that's what's best for you, okay, whatever. But don't be mad at me if I decide I don't want to fuck with you no more either. And that's just facts. You can have your rights, but you voted against mine, or you voted for someone that for a fact are going to be against mine on so many levels, not only as a trans person, but also as a black person, as someone. I'm not rich. I really consider myself not even middle class. So you've really voted against me on so many levels. Take that shit somewhere else then. Because what do I have to say to you?
Well, I think a lot of people still feel the same viewpoints that you might feel, but they just don't want a woman at the head of the table saying it. Like, had a man been saying those same things, I think Donald Trump probably would have lost. But to a woman, no.
Yeah.
I don't feel this country's ready.
But here's my thing, right?
Don't a woman run the country anyway, though?
Huh? What'd you say, Trent?
Don't women run the country anyway?
Pretty fucking much, right? They do. I mean, really, pretty fucking much. Because when you look at households, who's pretty much controlling the budget, taking care of the children, making sure that things are controlled day to day in the household? It's the women. That's why I thought we have tried everybody else. Why not give a woman the opportunity to see how it goes? Because
why not?
Why? And but once again, it just shows how, as we were saying last week, nothing has changed with this country. Nothing has changed. It's still the same as it always has been. They have just figured out how to do it more low key. Mm-hmm. Nothing has changed with this country. It's still just as bad. And we're gonna let you have so much, make you think, give you the illusion of we're letting you get ahead. But rest assured, when we want to stop you, trust me, we will. That's how I think about it. And that may be a very negative way to look at it. But I always try to see the silver lining. But you know what? I'm at an age to where it's like it's gonna have to be what it is. And that's what it is for me. You're never going to see that from me. You're never going to see it for me or people that look like me. Mm-hmm. They just never are. This country, first and foremost, we were just brought here to work. We weren't here to be their equals. Mm-hmm. We were never meant to be their equals.
No, man,
they just so happened to get some people. They say, okay, no, this isn't right. They went to war about it. They started all this legislation and laws and stuff like that, but it was never meant for us to be their equal. They never thought of it that way. And there are so many people that still believe that way.
But when will we? Because I always think that Black people feel like they need a savior. I don't know why. We have everything in ourselves to be whatever we need and however we need it to be. Everybody's so afraid, and I hear the outpouring of hurt. I hear the outpouring of fear. Mm-hmm. As a gay man, I'm not in fear of Trump because I know that he's human. He's a man. He can't run the country forever. And though he put stuff in line to set us back, it's a minor setback for a major comeback. because we're gonna beat this just like we beat anything else. I think that fear is the thing that kills people the most. Like even when COVID came, everybody was so afraid, and it did affect people in a huge way. But after a while, I said, I'm not going to be stuck in my house scared of everything because people are hyping this up to be something greater than it really is. You know, luckily for me, and I know there are people who was like gravely affected from it. But I think that for us, we spend the most money in the economy. Hold your pocketbooks like they held their pocketbooks the last 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Invest in something. Find some property. I go back to this. Give pageantry a rest. All them thousands exhausted into that. It's time to refocus. I always say when stuff don't go right in your life, guess what you got to do? You got to adjust. When it get hot outside,
and take that money and invest it in the land.
In the land, we need. It's time for us to start owning. We don't always have to be a part of somebody else's dream. We can build things in our community as well, you know, because it's not going to get better right now.
But I think the bigger issue here is now because let's just face reality that this is how Hitler started. Nobody ever thought that something like that would happen, but it took one man and enough people to support him, and it turned that country on its head. So all it takes is a movement like this. That's number one. That's something to be fearful of, because history can repeat itself even if it's not our history. The other part is now that we know his plan, and now what did they do? They make sure he's got the backup to all this stuff that he's wanting to do. He's got the House, he's got the Senate, he's got the Supreme Court. So many things can change now with the stroke of a pen. That's what makes it more scary this time. Because had it been him and he didn't control all of those other pieces, okay, then we could be like, okay, he's only going to be able to do so much. But now he's got basically unchecked power.
So what do we
by
do
controlling the Supreme? I mean,
so I think that although he does have power in all the branches, and they're going to fall into play because he's the president. But I think every 2 years, I feel like the Senate is or the House is controlled by one party, and then midterm, people get tired of the party, especially when the president is part of the party, and then they flip it. So I really think that it's going to be 2 years, and then a couple years from now, it's going to flip, because whoever he puts into place, if he puts in those people that you're saying, you know they're going to be real ignorant, and people going to be out like, oh, we can't have this. We got to vote for other people, because the Marjorie Taylor Greens and all that, she's going to be real. She planning on running for Senate in Georgia against Ossoff.
And then, you know, he already talked stupid. He talked about reparation the other day, and this is what he had to say.
Engage in racial discrimination. Justice to pursue federal civil rights cases against schools that continue to engage in racial discrimination and schools that persist in explicit unlawful discrimination under the guise of equity will not only have their endowments taxed, but through budget reconciliation, I will advance a measure to have them fined up to the entire amount of their endowment. A portion of the seized funds will then be used as restitution for victims of these illegal and unjust policies that hurt our country so badly. Colleges have gotten hundreds of billions of dollars from hardworking taxpayers, and now we are going to get this anti-American insanity out of our institutions once and for all. We are going to have real education in America. Thank you.
Crazy. It's crazy, right? Which means that, you know, what a good thing would be is that, you know, sometimes we have to learn. Now if we've never done it before, how we've never ever done it before, we need to start supporting our own stuff. See, somebody just said it. Stop trying to go to Harvard and stuff and go to these HBCUs. Start supporting these Black colleges. and then instead, if that's what he wants to do with the Department of Education, start sending your children to these charter schools that are started by Black. We got to start, like, back to Trent's point. We're gonna have to start supporting our own shit.
That's it.
Like my mama said,
Start spending our money in the Black stores and the Black grocery stores. Start putting your money into the Black banks and all that stuff. If we take our financial power out of this country, they will feel the burn.
Dominique, that would never happen. That would never happen, because I'm telling you, it's people, and the people that we look at on TV, reality stars, those people want to be in these labels. They want to spend their money to be in those types of clothes, drive those types of cars. It irks my soul when I see Black people with Teslas now. It just irks my soul. I'm like, of all the cars, why do you have a Tesla? Especially now, like people that had them like a few years ago when they first came out, but bitch, you going out and buying Teslas now. So it's just not going to happen, because people see it as a form of, it's a status.
Mm-hmm. But see, once again, because people are saying, the Black colleges are so much more expensive. That's a part of a movement. We got to come together as a collective and figure out how to make it work. Where there's a will, there's a way to make anything happen, if that's what you really want to do.
If that's what you want.
Because I think that sometimes we put up our own roadblocks of why we can't do something. But we've got the powers that be and the people themselves. We've got to start, asking for what we want instead of just taking what was put out on the table. We've got to start demanding what we want.
That's it.
Everybody was right here about y'all found a way to buy a house. So everybody owning houses and stuff. So
I'm telling you,
on the land that the house is on. Start there. Also, you start seeing Trump supporters and voters getting into it with each other, and I found this on social media the other day.
Angel Rodriguez voted for Trump. His kids went to play with the neighbor boys across the street, and they were telling his children to go back to Mexico. This is Angel Rodriguez, really upset.
Can you just explain?
But this is a man who did not believe the rhetoric. Somehow he thought he was immune to the bigotry and the hate.
Okay, go ahead.
Hola. Sí.
The bigotry.
So he called the police because the people told his children to go back to Mexico. So he feel like, we Trump supporters, we sticking together. No, that's not how that work, baby. They don't see you.
They don't see it for you. Just like Trendy said, I don't see none of you hoes. I don't see none of them. None of them.
Okay. No. And that's so super. And then, when people was talking about voting for Trump because he gave them the stimulus check, like that, the redhead chick that's the rapper. What her name is?
Oh, Sexy
I
Red.
see somebody.
Like her, Sexy Red. Because
she was okay.
He gave me a stimulus check. Well, I came across this one today. This one was funny.
Unemployed Trump voter who said they voted for Trump because he promised to kill Obamacare, but says he hopes Trump keeps his hands off the Affordable Care Act, which he relies upon. Obamacare is the Affordable Care Act. Here's what this guy wrote online. He wrote the following, quote, I just voted for him because he's going to kill Obamacare. I am unemployed and Obamacare effing sucks. I'd rather just have the ACA, the Affordable Care Act, by itself instead of this communism shit. And then someone responded to him by saying, Obamacare is the ACA. It is literally keeping you alive. You voted to take away your health care. And then the original poster wrote back, quote, why the F do people have two different names for it? Obama equals bad and affordable equals good. I effing hate Democrats. Well, if you remember, it was the Republicans who branded it as Obamacare originally to try to scare people like you. Maybe your hate should be directed at those trying to take away your health care and not the people who are trying to actually save your life. How about that? Here's another story similar to that one. This person writes, quote,
Huh. Isn't that stupid? I mean, isn't that funny?
Yeah, but
That's just so funny because I mean, but I think that a lot of people don't realize that they started calling it Obamacare to mock Obama. That's where the whole Obamacare thing came from, because it was originally called the Affordable Care Act, but then the Republicans started calling it, oh, that Obamacare, to mock it. So that's
The beginning of
that lets you know people don't read.
Hosea 4:6, King James Version say,
Go
"My
ahead.
people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge." Do you hear me?
Yep.
You better
All
say
day long.
My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge.
But
you better say
it's so weird that to me, like the times, I don't know if it's the timing, the messaging, but like when I was younger, people used to like Democrat. That's not lower class people always, but they fight for the poor person, middle class, and Republicans were more of like the upper echelon type people. And I feel like now things are changed where they put this narrative that Republicans are connecting to people who are in the lowest of the lowest social class, socioeconomic class.
and I don't understand that.
And it's like, I feel like both parties need to learn from, this election, and Democrats got to find a way to message and reach those people though, because you need those people to vote in states like Ohio, Indiana, Iowa, all these states Obama won.
Tell the time say just like my cousin says, she don't drink tequila, she drink Patron.
Oh my goodness. But what was I about to say? That, but I'm let me tell you something, because we discussed this last week, and I know I'm long-winded, y'all, so just tell me, bitch, shut up, you talking too much. We had discussed about what did we think we got wrong. Well, I think that for me, the Democrats don't do well enough. They don't engage with their base all the time. They try to engage with us when they need us, which comes to election time, when you need to be engaging with the people that you want to support you all the time. We don't want to just know that you see us when you want us to help you get in office. We need to feel your support in between all that time. And that's where I think that, because if you look at the polls coming out of the election, Black people supported the Democratic Party more so than any other demographic, right? Mm-hmm. And so in knowing that, I just feel like they just need to engage us more all the time.
Look, yeah, I definitely feel engaging in.
They're not gangster enough sometimes.
I feel that's the issue. Like, you gotta play dirty, and you gotta just, whatever your point is, make your point.
We never had nobody that's gutter enough to get in there and do it.
Well, the thing is, I feel like Democrats, and then when you have a woman like Hillary or Kamala, they have to be 10 times better than a Democratic male. So they are really put into, if we are thinking somebody's put in a box, they're put in something way smaller than that box, because they have virtually no room for error. So I just,
the other day,
Democrats find them a male. They got 4 years to find them a young, handsome male who can connect with the people.
The other day, Jamal Simmons had mentioned on CNN that maybe Biden should step down and let her become the 47th president ahead of Trump. And that'll give Democrats a little drama. So do you think that that'll happen?
No.
Because they're not gangster enough.
I don't want it to happen either. The Democrats need to be going to ask those 3 liberal Supreme Court justice. Any of y'all want to retire and step down while we have control of the Senate before this man come over, so we can put another person in place. That's the only person that need to be worry about right now. The Supreme Court justice.
Sotomayor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Get her out of here so you can put somebody else in, because that's what that Ruth fucked them up.
Well, he said that Joe Biden has been amazing, but he should fulfill one last promise to be transitional. Biden should resign and make Kamala Harris the first woman president. It'll turn tables on Trump, keeping Kamala from presiding over January 6th, make it easier for the next woman to run. Then he said Democrats have better policies, but we must realize the old rules no longer apply. We are not playing table tennis. We are in the mix of martial arts and Americans' response to drama and excitement. Yeah, I just said that. We should use that to make our argument for a better path forward.
Child, they should have said that 2 years ago before he even ran for office. I mean, before Biden launched his re-election. Biden is the one who lost the people the election.
And now we stuck with him. Okay,
Yeah.
so child.
We're gonna get through it.
And we're gonna get through it. We're gonna
be good.
We're gonna continue to fight.
Because if the God we serve is the God we serve, he allowed this to happen too.
And continue to get out there and vote.
What can we do?
Midterms coming in 2 years. So get out there and vote. And don't forget to vote in your local elections, because it starts there. You got to start supporting your local people, because that's where it starts, down at the bottom, before we can get all the way up to that at the top. Speaking of representatives and stuff, the People's MBU, former People's MBU pageant is now a national system, and it is called the People's, and they are having their first initial pageant, Mr., Miss, and Grand. We welcome contestants of all nationalities, August 2nd, 2025 in Charlotte, North Carolina. So you can contact any of the people at the People's MBU. I think Gia, you can contact Kareem and Derlin, and Facebook The People's, and I think Otavia and
Cairo.
Gia and Cairo are the right. So contact either of them if you're interested in competing for the People's, the new national system.
The People's King and the People's Queen. Shout out.
The People's.
That should be nice. That should be exciting.
Yes. Something new for y'all to do.
Yeah.
More information will be coming soon. Also, over the weekend, they had Glamorous Legend in Orlando, Florida, and the winners was Aja Dupree and Syed Fox Bonet. Congratulations to both of them.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
And that is, she is with the House of Royal. Aja's the queen of the House of Royal. And Syed, congratulations to Syed. He is on a new show called For the Love of Dips on OutTV.com. So check that out. It will be coming out soon. He announced that the other day. So congratulations to Syed.
Congratulations.
Also was Jermaine and Leo Demore. And it was another couple in there. They were a brother and sister couple. I can't think of their names. But so shout out to them, and the new $10,000 winners at Glamorous. And welcome to the Glam Squad. And also over the weekend, it was EOY, and y'all gonna read me for this, but I don't remember the king's name. I don't know, is it Tyler or Taylor? I don't remember. That was my fault. Sorry. But we do have a new National Entertainer of the Year, and it is him. And y'all can tell me in the comments his name, please. And Genesis from Alabama, from Tuscaloosa, and I will be with her on Friday. It was her 6th time going to EOY, so congratulations. And she was number 6, contestant number 6.
Also, 6 the charm.
Yeah. So congratulations to Genesis.
Congratulations.
I'm so happy for her. And also, Christopher was first alternate at EOY, and he was the winner of her talent. They won talent, and he was the choreographer for that, for Pop and Lock. And also, first runner up was the beautiful Mulan from Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Baby, if I tell you, let me get this out of here.
Can't get it down.
You try, it's going there, I think.
Okay, there we go.
I don't know, I'm lagging over here for some reason. But Mulan was first alternate this year. I don't know what she got last year. She did compete last year. She was first runner up to Portia at Miss Gay USA when Portia won. But after that, she went to EOY. And
Okay.
baby, she turned it. She was good.
Baby, she had broke up creative evening wear. I have never seen. It was so fabulous. It was so fabulous.
Nicely done.
Yep, that was fabulous.
Yes,
That was fabulous.
I love that they really are bringing back the creative aspects of evening gown over there.
Me too. They had lost it for a minute.
That's what EOY was about. You know, it's supposed to be about evening gown. So that was really good. And Genesis was, I think, the Garden of Eden or something like that. And she won presentation, which is one of the highest score categories. And she win that all the time. So they said that was really, really good. So shout out to Genesis, the newly crowned EOY, and let me see if y'all tell me his name. Is it Tyler Taylor? Did y'all tell me?
They don't know neither. We were hoping for Chris.
Oh, sorry. Y'all ain't tell me. Y'all don't know either. y'all.
About EOY, that at one point EOY used to be like one of my favorite pageants to go to. We'd go down there and party. I used to love EOY because bitch, you would go there.
Tyson.
You would go to EOY and they would crown me at EOY. They you didn't have to have nobody don't even know you, and they were like, okay, that's the winner.
That's baby. Listen, if you want over there, they ain't trying to look for it. They ain't crowning you because you're somebody. That's not what they doing over there. So speaking of pageantry, and I'm so sorry. You know, I didn't do my journalistic thing by hitting up the different parties, so I don't know what's going on, and I don't know if you did either, Neil.
Yeah, what?
I don't know if you did either, but Farrah made a post the other day, and she was saying that she is owed money. Good evening, gentlemen. You no longer enjoy the luxury of ignoring my messages and responding when you see fit. Check your inboxes and let's get these business matters closed. Sincerely, 1 year later, Eric Christian and Mark Anthony Green. So I don't know anything about it. I was supposed to hit up my nephew Smacks and see what's going on, but I got things going on myself and didn't get around to it. But I hope that
I did see the post.
Yeah, so I hope they got things transpired and take care of their business. I don't understand how that got out.
But Smacks and who was the other person? Eric Assad. Stop doing stuff for people and you're not paid in full.
Yeah.
Like all that. Oh, you can get me. I'm gonna get you later. I'm gonna get you after the talent. What's the difference between before and after the talent? Give it to me now. Like, I just feel like, and I'm to the point where I don't necessarily feel sorry for individuals anymore because we've been saying this. It feels like the same sad story being like played all the time. And Farrah is a really nice person. Hate that this happened to her, but I also thought of Farrah to be not way more professional, but handle her business because she seems like she's I'm gonna handle my business type person.
You know what it is too, though. You know what it is too. You come to the competition expecting the people to have your money, and a lot of times there's a lot going on. You don't expect to not get paid, and sometimes you want to do a person a solid because sometimes if you get to the pageant and you say, "Oh, I'm not going on with you," a lot of times the narrative won't be that you didn't have your money. The narrative would be for your company is that you're unprofessional, right? And to everybody hear what the story really is. You try to look out for the community because this is a very expensive sport. And we know that money sometimes ain't always there. So, because I've had this happen to me several times. But luckily, I don't have to do that no more. And luckily, I can pick and choose what I want to do. I only seen one person turn it for me very hard one time, and it was Tevin St. James, Lord rest his soul. He did a presentation for somebody for Westman. He stoned the fuck out of this presentation. They were supposed to have his money when he got there. I was doing the young lady's makeup. They did not have the money. He politely folded that shit up, left, and went back home. That young lady could no longer do the pageant no more. You know what I'm saying? And she had some good shit. Shout out to Chelsea Lauren. But she had some good shit. You know what I'm saying? But balances wasn't paid. And it's sad that we still going through this with people. Pageants are just too expensive. Yeah, I'm telling you, they got to find a way to make this shit a little more simpler. Take away a judge category or something.
Oh,
like I don't know.
I tell you, every category is judged at the pageants nowadays. All five.
All five. One of them needs to be just you walking out showing us who you are. Because it'll be cheaper for you.
Five. All of them. Nicole said you don't play about your money.
But I do, Nicole. I have played. I have been guilty of playing. I am not above that. I have been guilty of playing. And I have been
the person, I'm sorry, go ahead.
And people have did their thing, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be blessed because if I have to do that type of community service sometimes, I'll do it.
But the thing is, I think that's okay for you to do that, but it's the communication aspect of it because I feel like, once I get burned once or twice, I'm not getting burned no more. And now everybody else has to pay for the lesson I learned through you.
That's true. It should be that way.
That's funny because that happened with the seamstress here in Houston with me, and she quoted me a price, and that's what I'm giving you for the outfit. But then once she started making it, it was harder, so she tried to charge me more money, and I was like, no, you said you was gonna charge me this. And so this is what I'm getting ready to give you. So we had the hardest time, but now she makes sure they give a deposit. She writes down everything and everything. And I'm the reason why that she do that.
You changed the rules.
And she changed the rules on it. And then the choreographer that I'm working with now, he says you like the whole plan out of everything, and like this is what he charged. Before we start, you get this amount, and then you can pay this off, but it has to be paid before we go to the pageant. The choreography fee is paid before you go to the pageant, and that's how it is, and how your dancers are getting paid, and what is paid for rehearsals and all that kind of stuff. That's how he got it laid out. So if these things are not met before it's pageant time, then
and you know what, I understand, like, even when Trent said pageantry is expensive. And it's expensive when you want to go the way you want to go. And if you can't afford to go the way you want to go, then it's probably best just to sit out and say, I'm going to go when I have all the shit that I want to have. Because nobody wants to, like, as a contestant, you don't want to be played at the end of the night and the owner not to have their money. So why would
you speaking from common sense. Other people ain't got that.
Yeah, so why would you in turn do something and then you ain't got your money at the end of the night? So it's
listen, child, I have been places people didn't have hotels. I have been places they didn't feed you. I've been to it all. So when I say I don't want to do this anymore, it's a combination of things. It's not just one thing. Sometimes the experience is just not worth it. It's just not worth it.
I say pay your stuff, pay your people that you need to pay, and
Pay
also
early.
for the people who's making stuff or something, have the stuff on time for the people so you can get your money. That's how I would think this should go.
And then a year, that's a long time. Do you see people doing other pageants? You see them on date nights. You see them at concerts. You see them everywhere.
That's you at the bar drinking.
Yeah, shots on me. That's a bit disheartening. You sit there watching it.
Not you on their snap and they say,
yeah.
And you know what's funny though is that it's only going to get worse because every year people have to feel like, oh, I've got to do more than what this person did last year. So the expenses of it just keeps going up because people think, oh, I've got to top what won last year, and I've got to, so they just go, yeah. Because when you think about it, because Trent, you said something about this last time, and I know that these are people careers, and it means a lot. But then you think, okay, you just spent $25,000 to do this pageant, and you don't have nothing outside of what you just put on stage.
I don't even lend people money just in general because, like, certain people, because.
Do you sponsor people?
I do. Like my people, I will give them money. But
where do you? I'm sorry. Where do you think the pressure comes from, though? When people do this, like you said, you knew somebody took a mortgage out on their house to compete in the pageant, and didn't you say that last week, Trent?
Yeah, I did.
So people take out mortgages on their house and all this stuff to compete.
No,
he said no, they did not win. So where do you think the pressure comes from? Do you think the pressure comes from community expectations, or where do you think that stems from? And then who do you think is at fault for that's a conversation to have. Are we as a community creating this culture?
Yes.
It could be that they just want it. It could be that the drive that they have for the pageant and they just want it, and they go back each and every year because they want to be a part, and regardless of what, it drives some people in their grade.
Does. I've seen it.
They want to be a part, so they continue to do things, go each and every year.
And when you try to acquire something that's deemed prestigious, you automatically feel it in your heart to have to bring your very best. So with that, you're going to seek out everybody who you think is the best.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So there you go, $3,000 for a gown, $8,000 for a talent. Before you know it, you are exhausted. Like, first of all, I always thought that pageantry ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? This is a sport that's. I think gay pageant is the only pageant that anybody can do. I think that anywhere else, you really have to train in your own rights in your own hometown to go to the nationals. To go to the preliminaries, and once your preliminaries in line, then you get ready for the national, and everybody's sitting their best bitch. Nowadays, everybody's not sitting their best bitch. Everybody says, "Oh, I want to be this. I want to be." Some pageants don't fit certain people, and that's true. People don't think that is, but every pageant ain't for everybody. You got to know what you can do the best at.
Well,
yeah.
Just,
and I'm not reading anybody. I'm not saying what's right or what's wrong. I'm just thinking about, I just think it's worth having the conversation.
And to your question that you had, I think it's more of like community applause or appreciation. Because when somebody comes out on the stage and the people are on their hand, like sitting on their hands, I think people are like, oh, they're gonna go up for this. They're gonna go up for this. They want the crowd to go up, and that doesn't necessarily align sometimes with the judges going up, but it's just you want the hoopla. And then when they say, oh, they like this over there, they like this over there, I'm like, who is the they? The audience
No, it's the, I keep telling y'all now when they say they mean the non-binary, so you just gotta blame
They done gave day an identity, huh?
because they have been busy for a very long time. I'm telling you, they have been busy. So yesterday, late last night, well not late, kind of late, but late in the hours.
Late in the midnight hour.
Yes, late in the midnight hour. Baxter Braxton had posted a post to Stasha saying to her to unblock Alexis Gabrielle Sherrington so she can talk to her. So, and I don't have a clip. Stasha went live the other day and she's been expressing her feelings about how she feels about everything that's going on and how people have been treating her. And she know that everybody is not for her. And so she felt a certain type of way about certain things that she kept hearing about people and what people are saying about what have been going on this last couple of weeks. So she said that people have been fake. And she said, i.e. Alexis Gabrielle Sherrington. So Alexis allegedly tried to call her. She didn't answer the phone. And then she said she was blocked because it went to voicemail. So because she went on Baxter Braxton's live last night to talk about it. So I don't know what's going on, but you know, these young ladies have been friends for a very long time. And they're from the same city. And they have history with each other. So I don't know what has transpired with them, but you know, when you see longtime friends fall out and say one is fake or whatever, you don't know what kind of friendship they have. And he asked her, was it about her being taken off the panel from Black Universe? She said she was not at Black Universe. She was taken off the panel, and it was told to her that, you know, because of things that were said about her giving people threes last year, which, you know, she didn't do. And so that's all she said, that it's civil. But she don't know why. So she was just asking Stasha, you know, to explain why was she called fake. So I don't know. It's long time friends really falling out. Like this pageant has really this year has caused a ruckus for some reason. We're going on what, 2 weeks now?
No, a little over a week.
It's a little over a week, almost 2 weeks.
No, it's 2 weeks.
No, because we just had the rulers on their Wednesday.
Yeah,
they had just won Sunday.
So it's a little over a week. It's almost 2 weeks. Yeah, it'll be 2 weeks this weekend, I think. But you know, yet and still, we're still talking about this, and you know, they're still making posts and
going live.
Going live.
I really hate the fact that because whatever issues they do have, I don't know the issues they do have, but if I am friends with somebody or know somebody for 20, 30 plus years, I'm going to definitely give you the respect and call you, or we're going to have this conversation. But because when you go to social media, I'm a person, once you talk about me or say something negative about me on social media and you're somebody who, like, in my circle or whatever, we can never go back from that. Even if you're somebody who I don't know, which is something, we can't go back from that. Like, I still see you in a certain light. So for somebody to have history that long, definitely a conversation should be had privately and not on social media. Because you might not be aware of the fake things that I see or I feel about you. And on the other end, you Stasha might not be aware of some of the things that Gabby sees on her end. But definitely a conversation should be had off social media and not to entertain people on social media for entertainment purposes, because people are just going to be tuning into your stuff just to get the tea, but they really don't care about y'all relationship. Like I don't know people like sitting around like, ooh, Gabby and Stasha ain't speaking. That really does something to my spirit. No, They talking about it and they gonna move on.
Well, no, they ain't gonna move on. They gonna talk about it and they gonna bring stuff up and
but for entertainment purposes.
Yeah, for entertainment purposes.
But please don't go live.
It's very little, but she didn't answer the phone for her when she called. She was black. So how is she supposed to find out?
Do you talk to Stasha like that? I know you talk to Stasha like that, Nia, right?
We talk.
Is that advice you gave her as well?
Well, I didn't know about the Alexis thing until yesterday. As far as like the public thing, I didn't know about that as like where they had went live about each other or live and brought up each other. But it's definitely like a grown lady. This like two of your aunties arguing. Like, girl, y'all don't sit down somewhere.
I enjoyed Alexis' interview last night.
I did too.
It was very grown up. It was very well spoken.
Mm-hmm.
It was not offensive. It was like, you're my sister. We need to talk. Let's talk. Let's dead this shit before it go too far. It's just about a pageant. It's funny
because she seemed to be confused. She really seemed to be just very perplexed about what was the root of Alexis. She was very perplexed about why she was being considered fake in this moment, and and she just and from what she said in her interview that she was wanting to find out what was the source of why am I fake? Why was the statement made about me?
And you took me off. You took me off the panel because someone said I gave someone a 3, and you look at the score sheets and you know that's not even true. You know what I'm saying? So, I wish they can find some peace in the middle ground there. But if they don't, you had 20 years of friendship. If it don't go no further than that, then guess what? That person in your life has reached their end with you, and they need to go somewhere else, and now you get to go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? It happens. It happens. If we can fall out over something so small and so minuscule that it's not warrant a conversation, then you never respect me as a friend anyway, because my number don't change. I'm sure Alexa got the same number she had when she first started working at the club down in Jacksonville.
For 30-some years, so she probably got the same.
I bet you she got the same number. You can reach them on any platform. Like, if we're friends, then that shouldn't even be like, me and my friends have fell out, but I call my friends. I tell them how I feel. They don't have to agree with it. Yeah. They don't have to agree, but I do like to express myself, and if they don't find their way back, then that's as far as they're going.
Well,
I ain't gonna beat myself up because nobody want to talk to me now.
Not in a world with billions of people. There's just there's just too many people.
Yeah.
But
the
older
I get,
for you to say that on your live and knowing that the impact that words that, like I said, when we are who we are in this community, everything that we say, they
magnify it.
They magnify it. They do everything. So,
and then y'all take her up and put somebody down like Razor Chick, which I think Razor Chick is fabulous. I think that she, she has things. She do hair in the community. She's very fashion forward. But like, you talking about somebody who knows drag, why would I pull up my good people? And if Alexis gives somebody a 3, I feel like it's warranted. Have you seen Hello Gabby? Have you seen Josephine Baker? Have you seen that stuff she put on stage? That's the way she get ready. That's the way she see drag. But I don't, like she said, if I gave somebody a 3, they wouldn't have been first runner up.
But where did that even come from?
When Giselle Barbie went live that time and she spoke about things like that. And so it got I don't know if she hinted at it or said something about it. I don't know.
But to her point, how would anybody have even known that anyway? Because they don't give out the scores, right, Neil?
Correct.
And nobody sees individual score sheets, right?
No.
Nobody sees individual sheets, right?
No.
Do they even see a master sheet?
No, master
of all the scores added. Yeah. But anyway,
I just think it's speculation and people ran with a narrative that was not true. But
Right.
people will run with a narrative if it's salacious and juicy.
And entertaining. A
Yeah.
lie is way more entertaining than the truth. So people latch on to a lie and they act like it's true. Yeah.
Well,
because
she
it's
did.
something entertaining to say. You know, and sometimes people, and I'm not talking about anybody in particular, but sometimes people will spread something and know it's a damn lie, but just because they see the rise that it's going to get out of people, they'll keep telling it, and knowing
Well,
that they lying when they saying it.
She did.
Well, when they're
message her.
repeating it, I should say.
She did message her and she did call her, and she didn't. She left her
Talk to me.
on response. So she wanted to know why. So and I think a person is old that if y'all have a relationship like that.
Oh, Gabby, you gangster. Oh, Gabby gangster, baby.
You know, people from Jacksonville, we certain type of ways.
Yeah, Lord.
But may I ask a very serious question that since this continues to come up and since this continues to be an issue, why are the scores not revealed then? And that could take out this piece. That seems to be an issue every year. Why are those not shown? Even if it's the master score sheet where everything has been tabulated and you see the scores, why does that not become
because the contestants don't require that from them?
And Dominique, like what Trent said earlier, every pageant ain't for everybody. And so if a system has been doing something for 30 plus years at XYZ and you have an issue with that, then that means that might be a reason why it's not for you.
And Gabby did say last night, because Baxter asked her about stuff like that, and she was saying, you know, she just had to like reevaluate what she did in the pageant, even at Continental, you know, because Continental don't give you no critiques or nothing like that. They give you see the scores, but you don't know what each judge gave you. You know,
Right.
You just know what the tally is and stuff. So you have to like just be mindful of what you think your mistakes were, and you know, as a competitor, you know where your mistakes were. You know that.
But those are
So
not
just
every
know.
year.
But not. Well, I ain't gonna say that. But you know, not every year. But you know, if you go back and if you choose to go back, then that's on you. And then you got to, like I say all the time, every Monday night, you got to know when to lead a party.
Love you too, Timothy. You know, but I just think that, you know, because the system
Me
is
too.
definitely regrouping and they're moving forward and everything. And so I'm just saying that if this is a common issue, you know, maybe it may be time to change that. I just think, you know, even if it's just giving the final tabulations, I just think that maybe it could take that piece out, because like at America, not only do you see the master score sheet that night, they post it up in the dressing room as soon as the patch is over, it's up, but you get each judge's individual score sheets with your comments on it. So you know what each judge gave you.
I think US of A does that as well, right?
Each category. And I just think that, you know, sometimes you have, you know, just because you've done something the same way for so many years doesn't mean that it can't be changed or it does not need to be changed. And I think since they're moving in a positive direction with getting back to the preliminaries and all of that stuff, that just may be a conversation that needs to be had. Because this seems to be just my opinion.
Most judging panels are for decoration.
Damn. Don't say that. Don't say it. But not an EOY. Not an EOY, but don't say that. So, moving on. An Indianapolis man was found dead in a tanning bed for 3 days at the... Where was they at? Let me see where they was at. I think it was the 24-hour fitness. So, y'all don't do, like, chicks or nothing?
Oh, I thought you was about to say chicks with dicks.
Girl, like y'all don't do like chick and cleaning the tanning beds and stuff. This man was dead in there for 3 days with a needle in the room, they said. So y'all just let them, they talking about, they was wondering what the smell was and stuff. This man is in there frying for 3 days. That don't make no sense, child. So yeah, I be going to these gyms. Y'all better be mindful of what you're doing. Don't take nothing when y'all go over there, huh?
What setting he put that motherfucker on?
Baby, I don't know what
To death do us part.
You know, but you know, some people just lazy with their jobs and not don't do the stuff they're required to do.
So did he fall asleep?
But y'all not even.
It was just in there too long.
Yes, because that's like 3 days is excessive. That's for attending.
Because he should have been smelling. He should have been smelling, right?
Somebody said that they smelled something in there.
Because they cut off after, like, because they only set the bed for so long, right? Mm-hmm. And then it shuts off, and okay, it's my time to get out, right?
Yeah.
So that means from the time his session, he been laid in there this whole time from his session.
Well, and they tried to say there was a needle in the room, honey.
So, a needle?
Yeah.
Oh, like an overdose?
They say he have drug history. Mm-hmm. So that's their MO, that there was a needle in the room. So they're saying he probably got high and then laid in the bed. Mm-hmm. You went to the gym to do it.
But even if that's the case, that need to be caught. The person still should see that an hour later, 2 hours later. Maybe nobody just maybe this place nobody want to get 10 at. Because for 3 days, that means nobody else is using that.
Nobody went in the 10. y'all didn't do no check, no check. They said now they're gonna make sure that they do checks, but there is what do you call it? When they're not franchised, they're franchised. That was a franchise. Okay. So Mattel is under fire also for the QR code on the back of the box for both the Wicked dolls will send you to a pornography site.
Let me get my Wicked doll.
Child. So they issued an apology, and I'm like, child, what? We deeply regret the unfortunate error. Parents are advised that the misprint incorrect website is not appropriate for children. Consumers are advised to discard the product packaging or obscure the link. So what if they don't want to take the box out? So we gotta just take this back and try to switch this out or whatever. See, y'all do too much.
Whoever, somebody is like, because when things get packaged like that, you go through so many steps before you even get to that point. Mm-hmm. So it's like multiple people didn't do their jobs.
Multiple. Yes. Multiple.
Yes.
So, and all y'all can say is we sorry, but my kids, kids are computer literate these days, and they know how to do all types of things with their computers. They see a QR code and know they're supposed to get something. They probably go and scan it right there. Next thing you see the girls on there doing this here and all kind of stuff like that.
I mean, but let me tell you, working in school, these kids don't follow that shit anyway. These nasty bitches. These are some nasty bitches in the schools.
Not nasty bitches.
Oh my God.
I mean,
you said nasty bitches.
I had a conference with a student today, me and the counselor, and she was like missing for a few days, didn't come to school, and she was with this other girl. So it came out that she was like, I was trying to protect the other girl. She wanted to be with me and want to have sex with other people, and then she in there licking balls. She shouldn't be licking balls at this age. I said, well, you shouldn't be doing it at this age either. I'm talking about it. So she's like, well, I've been through things. I have life experiences. She don't. I'm like, see.
Oh, so you trying to shield her from it?
You trying to shield her from it.
Oh, that's what she's trying to do.
I'm like, girl.
Okay.
These kids are something wicked. I mean, wicked and nasty.
Well, speaking of wicked kids, this 15-year-old girl allegedly took her dad's phone and sent herself $7,000. And baby, he is hot. And this is what he had to say to her.
Tell the truth. Did you go through my phone and send yourself $7,000 off my Cash App? Huh?
No.
Why you lying? Just tell the truth. Then who did it then? You the only person in my house that know my password to my phone.
It wasn't me.
Why is you lying? Just tell the truth. I'm not going to hurt you.
You're always trying to say that I told you your money. I didn't take
What do you need $7,000 for anyway? Huh? Who told you to do this? Your mama? Huh? Talk. What is you doing?
I'll be barely here.
Let me see your phone.
No. That's why I don't want to be
And
here.
the rent due.
I don't know why she make me come here every summer. She make me come here. Like, I'm tired of this shit.
See, that's why I'm not gonna keep dealing with this anyway. Next time, tell your mama I don't want nothing to do with you. You can stop coming over here. You too much. You think you grown now. You only 15 years old. Think you grown.
You been not.
You ain't got to never come back over here anyway.
You been not wanting to do nothing.
So what? Matter of fact, get your shit together. You just sit around. You finna go. Like being at boy's house sneaking out at night anyway. Where's my money at, little girl?
I don't have no money.
Where's my money at? Who got my $7,000? All right. You know what? I'm finna call the police. Your ass going to jail. You going to jail tonight. You going to jail.
The little bitch said I spent it.
Baby.
Well, first off, it's that. But see, we're in an era where parents want to be friends because that was too much conversation. Me and my father never had that much conversation. I would have got hit in the mouth so quickly.
But you can tell that he's not there a lot. He should just say, I ain't coming for the summers.
But the thing is, you can tell that, but these kids do not respect the parents, but the parents also, when especially with females, when they do that cute stuff and roll their eyes, all that kind of stuff, when they're 2 or 3, and you think it's cute then, and then when they get 8, 9, 12, now they too grown. But they was too grown then, and you ain't corrected.
I would have got the hell beat out of me. Do you hear me? I would have been so black and blue. I would have been black and blue, baby. But child, listen, I wonder if he got it back or he sent to the jail.
Let me tell you, I took $20 from my father one time, and it was in his church pocket. And I went to school and was giving out dollar bills to all my friends. We was going to the concession stand. When I tell you, I got home that day, and that $20 turned to a 2-hour ass whooping. I didn't even go on my dad change draw after that. I'm like,
Baby, they didn't play that back in the day. You got your ass beat. That's what that was, and that's what it is. So, yeah, she would have got her ass beat. We're going to commercial break, and we'll be right back. Well, I mean.
Oh, boy.
No, my name is Mumu.
That's your what shot? That's her fourth shot, y'all. Oh, damn. My name Tiara, and this is my 5th shot. Period.
Well, she don't need the most.
That's not how the story. 3 days later, he rose again. That's love. That's love. That's not how the story ends. 3 days later, he rose again. That's love. That's love. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus.
Yo, what kind of cookie you want?
The white chocolate McDaniel. I'm gonna be saying it wrong.
Macadamia?
What about anal?
Don't ever touch my head like that.
Take your ass to bed. Turn off the lights, get off that phone, and go to bed.
Excuse me, can you record me real quick? Can you record me real quick?
Get somebody else to do it.
Oh, it's for audition.
Get somebody. It's 2 people there.
well, I tell you, she was talking about get somebody else to do it. I ain't coming here to do that. I came in the shop.
Y'all know that's my first time ever seeing the original. When I saw that, I hollered. I said, oh, that's where that came from. Baby, she was dead serious. Baby, get somebody else to do it. How dare you even ask me that? I don't even know how to take pictures on my phone. That was funny. Child, listen, it's time for topics. Have you ever succeeded in something and wanted it so bad that when you got it, it didn't bring you joy? I had thought about that when I got this got this topic, and I was trying to think of something like that. Has that ever happened to one of y'all?
Yes. Even the first school I worked out, I wanted to work there so bad because one of my friends was working there. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna be my friend. And I didn't go through the interview process. The first because my friend worked there, they just like, oh, coming through. I hated every fiber of myself for being there. Every day I was like, ugh, I hate going to this place. It was horrible. But I really wanted it at the time so I can kick it with my girlfriend all day. And that bitch, she left in December, and I was there from January to May without her ass there. So I'm like, this bitch. So.
Now, I've been in a situation where I got something, and when I got there with my girlfriend, it wasn't what I thought it was gonna be, and we didn't have a good time, and that pissed me off, and I'm like, oh, now I'm ready to go home. Now I've been in that situation, but I couldn't go home because we was on a gig, and so I'm like stuck with her, and we're not even speaking. So that time, it was horrible. We were living together, so that made it even worse. So, but yeah, I've been through that. What about you, Dominique?
The only thing that I can think about is it's like somebody that I wanted to be with, and then once we got together, I was like, "What the hell did I do? And how am I about to formulate this breakup?"
How long you was in it before you wanted to break up?
Oh, child, almost immediately, because who they were portraying themselves to be prior to us really getting together was totally different than the person that I got once we were together. So then the real person came out, and I was like, because at that time I was like, oh yes, this is what I want. And I was just like, oh, this is not what I thought this was.
They say it's pretty on the outside, but raw on the inside.
Baby.
Just toe up on it. So what about you, Trent?
I don't know. I used to want a child so bad, like in my teens, I wanted a child. That was what I wanted the most in life. And once I got it, that was the hardest shit I ever had to do in my life. Like taking care of somebody and putting yourself second so that they can have everything they needed, and some of their wants as well and stuff. And there was around a time where life was lifing a little bit for me, so I wasn't prepared. So yeah, having a child, I wish I was more equipped. I wish I had planned it out better and all of that shit.
What's a boundary you have crossed to get what you wanted? Well, I just said on the live last night that someone told me I had to walk the walk and talk the talk to be what I want to be in pageantry and stuff. And I said, well, I guess I never win because I don't know how to be nothing but myself. And I don't know how to be fake. I don't know how to be fake with people and conform to what you want me to be. Now, either you're going to accept me for who I am and accept what I offer, or, it's whatever. So, I don't know, like, I haven't stepped on no friends to get no job, even though someone think I did. But I've never done that because I would never want it to do to me, because I believe in karma. Karma come, it might not come when you think it's going to come, but she come around. She come around and she'll knock you right on your ass.
Mm-hmm.
So, I believe in that. And I believe you reap what you sow. So I'm not trying to do nobody in to get what I want. Dominique, what about you?
And I think, I was just about to piggyback off what you were saying. That's why I'm so very cautious about things that I do and things that I say to people, because I too am a big believer in karma. And child, let me tell you, this, and I think the reality check for me was I was with this guy, amazing person, would do anything in the world for me, but I knew I didn't really want to be with him that way, you know. And I basically just took advantage of his feelings towards me, and I felt like, well, karma got me real good on that one because I had a string. I mean, I'm talking about a long string of horrible relationships thereafter, and I think that was karma paying me back for how I did him. And then, but I'm gonna tell you when the cycles. Well, still had that relationships, but you know, it was so bad to the fact that I eventually called him and apologized and admitted to the fact that I did not do right by you. And I think that that's when karma let up off me. I had to acknowledge the wrong that I had did that person.
What about you, Neil?
I'm sure I've crossed the boundary plenty of times to get what I want. I can't think of anything in particular, but I'm sure like most people, when you have your eye on something and you want it, sometimes you do things that you're not supposed to do. That can be as simple as you want this person and this person was your friend's ex or your friend's current person and you have this person. So I think it's a lot. I think sometimes people do it for jobs. They do it for promotions. So I think often people will cross that line to get what they want because everything is not going to be nice and easy. Some things going to be nice and rough.
Come on, Tina Turner.
No, I did not cheat on him. No, I did. It wasn't a cheating situation, but I just never should have held on to that relationship when I know that's not where I wanted to be. But I just liked the great things, the wonderful things he did for me, and I didn't want to let all of that go. But I know I did not cheat on him though. That was
he could not fuck good. He could not fuck good.
What that was. What's your purpose in dating, and what are some good traits and bad traits you bring to the table? Neil.
My purpose in dating is to try to add someone to my list of boyfriends.
Go ahead.
Like, you know, I like to be with someone at all times. I'm not like a person who I don't want to sleep in the bed by myself. I don't want to do these things. I love the companionship aspect of things. Like you said what?
Are you codependent?
Codependent in the fact of liking companionship in someone else, but not codependent on like paying bills. But I do enjoy I always have my three main people, and they will remain my three main, and they all know about each other, and they all, and I'm sure they got other people too. But we make it work. I went on a date with somebody a couple of weeks ago, and we went on one date, and it's like, I'm not doing this again with him.
So, what you didn't like about it?
Well, we went to Red Lobster's, and he ate like 6 cheddar biscuits right in front of me. So,
what's wrong with that?
He didn't share.
What's wrong with that deal?
That's a lot of cheddar biscuits to be eating. 6?
What?
Well,
he likes bread.
He didn't want nothing that was gonna make him
I was over it.
Oh my goodness! So they can't eat too much in front of you.
It's the little things.
That's a turn off for somebody to eat too much in front of you?
No, 6 cheddar biscuits. You know how that's a lot of biscuits.
They good as fuck.
Yeah, they sure are.
But 6 is excessive. It is excessive.
How long was y'all there?
How long was y'all waiting for the food?
I counted after 3. I was like, damn. In my mind, I was like, damn, this bitch is still eating cheddar biscuits.
Was he a big bag?
He was bigger than he was like
he was a big bag, juicy bag.
He was bigger than me, but he wasn't like somebody I would consider big though. Like, cause his weight, he is taller, but his weight is like proportion though.
Okay. Well, his body size can handle 6 biscuits.
Yeah, but
Yeah, they say his sugar probably been low.
Yeah.
I can handle eating 6 cheddar biscuits.
This salt must be high to you.
They good.
So that's probably my
especially if they
toxic trait.
hot.
Is that what turned you off about him?
Yeah.
Damn.
So he can't get it. So hadn't he ate 4, it would have been okay.
Well, you know, I tell you all the time, I go on dates because I need to eat. And if I don't have to pay for the meal, then I'm gonna go sit down with you and talk.
So he ate too.
Yeah, but we ain't gotta talk. Well, we ain't gotta have no meals together no more.
Damn, that man.
I actually saw him at the Friendsgiving I went to on Saturday. But I was with my old man.
So you couldn't say, you have to act like you ain't know him.
No, he know about my old man because he's seen us together multiple times.
Oh, okay.
And
Dominique, what's your purpose in dating, and what are some good traits and bad traits you bring to the table?
I think my good traits are in dating. Okay, I'm a very considerate person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a very affectionate person. I'm very attentive. Have great conversation. I'm all in. When I'm there, I'm all in. My bad traits is let me think. I may want to spend too much time together for some people. Maybe.
You what?
I mean, I may want to spend too much time. I like doing stuff together.
You're
And not that
clingy.
I'm opposed to them going to do their own thing, but y'all like to do stuff together. You know, come over, just watch a movie, and you know, I'm a cook. You know, I just like to spend a lot of time together. Some people don't find that as a positive, I think.
Yeah.
Do you smother do you like smother them?
No, I would not say it's smother, because I'm not like, if you don't come and I'm crying and shit like that. That's not it.
Yeah.
But I just like to do a lot of things. I just like to be engaged. I like to go do things together. I'm not we'll see each other on Monday, then I don't see you again until Friday. I'm not one of those people.
That's why when you have multiple, that's why I have to have multiple boyfriends, because they all fill a hole that the other person can't. And one person is a great communicator.
It ain't but one hole amongst y'all. What they feeling?
Oh no, they fill multiple holes, but we talk about the holes that they don't fill.
Oh,
so
I don't necessarily consider. Go ahead.
One person we talk about all the time is not the best communicator. Like if we talk, when we talk for like, it could be like an hour.
Mm-hmm.
But if I call, like he would never be my emergency contact person, because he's like he might not answer the phone right now, and then he'll call you like he'll call you an hour later. Or he's the person who doesn't like texting or doesn't, and those things I knew prior to, because we were friends. So I already knew he wasn't good with that. Another person I know, my other man, he is immediate. If I call him right now, he could be knocked out asleep. He's gonna answer the phone. He's gonna be like, I'm asleep.
But he's gonna answer.
Yes. But and sometimes that's my toxic trait too, because sometimes I do things just to see where the relationship is, just to see like how loyal you are to me.
Yeah, that is toxic.
Because like I share locations with all three of them. I share locations with all of them. Hey, Nicole.
Hey, Colin.
All three of them share locations with me, and it's great.
But child, that leads me into the next question before why you say that, because you said that one person don't like texting and the other person will pick up the phone and this and that. So, do you think your partner in a relationship can change you, Trent?
Do you think they can change you?
Yes.
I think you should be open for change. I think that when you learn how to communicate in a relationship, though it may not be the things that you like to do, but there has to be a compromise across the board sometimes to make sure the relationship works. I always say I don't need to be right. I just need to be diplomatic about the situation so that all parties involved can be at ease, so we don't have to fight all the time. I don't like relationships that always like you're always into it about something because you can't agree on nothing, or I don't like that. You doing this like this, you doing this like this. Sometimes you just got to understand who it is you land with. Some things, life is give and take. You're gonna love some parts of your life, and you're not gonna like some parts of your life. That's just like relationships too. You're not gonna love everything about your partner. So there has to be some sort of compromise so that you both can live in a peaceful household. Because if I don't have peace, I don't have nothing.
I do think that you should be open to change because, I think in relationships you have to make sacrifices. And so that's a sacrifice you will have to make. Nicole, do you think your partner in a relationship can change you?
No, I think that wherever you come in, that is the way you're at. Whatever you come into it looking for, that's what you're looking for. And it might not be like all of that, but you go into a certain thing looking for something. And I do think that do depend on the person.
Neil, do you think that a partner in a relationship can change you?
Yes. I do. I think that in a relationship, you should be open to changing each other. Not saying that it has to happen, but when you compromise with people and distance somebody who is important to you and you want to grow with this person, that person will change you. I mean, so when we go to church together, and I started going to a certain church because he wanted me to go to this church, and we would go to church every Sunday at XYZ. Another person, that was years ago. This same person, our relationship has evolved, and we go to our nighttime parties together. And that actually really took our relationship to a whole nother level because we are free with each other. We have fun with each other. The other person who I talk to, he does not like that I go to those parties. He does not like it. He makes it clear. He tells me what he's heard about. He tells me what he's heard about me.
It's more than one of y'all.
Yeah,
it's 3.
It's 3, girl.
Okay, damn.
So with him,
the throuple.
I don't talk about that kind of stuff. I don't post when I go to places because he's going to have a problem with it.
I was just gonna pop up and be like, what you doing here?
Yeah. But me and him also is like, I have to know when never mind. But yeah, I'm changing because I'm trying to not go out to those places as much. Now when the other one is in town, I'm like, oh, the number one is in town.
But that's when you should. When when the other one is in town, you shouldn't indulge as much when you with the one that's here, there, or whatever. Once someone speaks negatively about you on social media, how do you move on dealing with that person in the future?
That's
me,
good.
That's
real good.
And so, like I said, and I think it was kind of like opposed to me the question on my interview yesterday. I can really hold a grudge and be like, I ain't fucking with you. But like Neil said earlier, once we go to the social media aspect of it, we kind of lose that connection with each other because it's not repairable to me from there. Especially if it was somebody that I was really friends with and you took it to social media and you could have called me if you had a problem with me. I don't like that. Everything is not for public consumption. What made you want to get on your phone and make a post about me instead of getting on your phone and hitting my name and saying, hey, girl? What's the difference? Or you going on live and saying stuff about me, and there's no coming back from that. So to me, there's no coming back from that. Or how do you say, are you going to get back on this live and say, I'm sorry? So Nicole, what do you think? When someone speaks negatively about you on a social media platform, how do you move on dealing with that person in the future?
Well, I do totally agree with you. You can come to me and you can talk to me, or you can call me. You have a problem with me, you can say anything. What has sustained a lot of relationships, especially like with us at the stars of the century? I think we would have probably fell out a long time ago if we ran to social media and did that all the time. But I'm an adult, and if I have a problem with a bitch, I would go to you and tell you like what my problem with, and I am an on-site girl. Let's not ever forget that. I've always been an on-site girl, and probably a little bit to a fault. Like probably shouldn't have did that, but I would get you where I see you and all of that. Like I'm gonna come right to you, and then we can handle that. I'm not gonna do that and make no spectacle of myself. So if I have a problem with you, I can just go straight to you, and I can call you, or because I have your telephone number, or or I can wait till I see
you. Dominique.
Well, for me, I think it's going to depend on what was the nature of our relationship beforehand, and what type of relationship that we had. Because what is true, we know that everybody has a pop-off point, or everybody has a point where they kind of step out of character, or they're triggered about something. So so I would take that into consideration.
Because girl, you don't never step out of character.
Oh yes, I have.
I ain't saying
oh, bitch, let me tell you something.
She'll put them in a pot of beans.
Listen, baby, listen. I have before, and I'm talking, and and there were moments where I was ready to get physical in the moment, because sometimes you can offend me to the point to where I'm just like I'm fed up. But I would just take into consideration our relationship, and then I can just try to say, okay, was this really just a heated moment, in the moment type of situation, and if it's something that I could overlook, and especially depending on what it was that you said in that moment.
What about you, Trent?
I agree, Dominic. It depends on what was said. I don't have a great group of friends, like a huge group of friends that, like when I tune into Facebook, sometimes I see everybody, oh, this is my brother. This is my, it's so much. My sister, so many people. They have so many people in their surroundings.
And the family fuck their man.
Ooh.
You say what?
The family fuck their man.
Oh, and TTs and uncles.
And so the people that I do hang with, we respect each other enough not to go to social media and stuff. But in the case that they have to go, I like to know what I went wrong at, because I'm not above reproach. I like to know where I went wrong. I like to communicate, even if it's difficult. Sometimes it may take me a day or two to collect my thoughts, because I want to say things in a way where I'm not offending you. Because a lot of times when people tell you what you've done to them, people never listen. They spend too much time defending themselves instead of listening to people saying that, hey, you made me feel this way here. Mm-hmm. So I like to get to the bottom of it to see what part did I play. I give people a lot of grace too at a fault sometimes, so I don't hold it against them. I know a lot of people like to say, I'm on the same thing you on, I'm on whatever energy you give, I'm giving, whatever.
I love that.
People love that until it's time to do something well, or to reciprocate something back someone has done for you. Then they're not on the same energy. So I don't carry people so into my spirit and into my heart like that, what it makes me angry with them at the sight of them. If I don't fuck with you, I will go the other way. But I won't spend a lot of time trying to dispel any rumors, because the people who love me and know me, they know what I'm capable of. They know who I am. They know my heart. So if somebody's experiencing some, negative things about me, then that's their problem. And if they want to talk, I'm always available to talk. I don't think that I'm at a point in my life where I can't talk to people about how I made them feel, you know, or if we can't get to a resolve, then we move on from that, and then we don't have to deal with each other. But I don't be mad because I can't hold grudges. I don't know how to hold grudges.
So reciprocity is not a cue.
Huh?
I said reciprocity is not a cue.
It is, but you got to see what you're reciprocating though, because sometimes you can play your own mental too tough. Because when people do stuff to you, they're acting out of a place that they're familiar with. I may not be familiar with that place, so I don't want to go to that place with you every time I see you, because then you hold up too much real estate in my brain, and I don't want to walk around with you in my mind and my heart and my soul like that. I want to release you. I want to that you understand that you're human. You're gonna have breakdown moments. Everybody has not been able to. Everybody hasn't been taught how to deal with grief. Everybody haven't been taught to deal with disappointment. So a lot of people don't know how to do nothing but lash out. And a lot of people don't want to do nothing but blame somebody for their downfalls. I have to take all that into consideration.
That's not what I asked though. I said reciprocity.
That means like, returning what somebody gives you.
To give back. So you don't think there's a point where people can make you feel some type of way, and then that's the only energy that you can give back?
But if you don't deal with yourself, everybody will make you mad. I know who I am. I know whose I am. If somebody says something about me, I know that's not my character. I know what I've done. I'm not ashamed of anything I do. I'm not ashamed of anything I've ever done in life. It happens. I haven't apologized for a whole bunch of shit.
I still don't think that's what I'm saying.
Well, you saying
I'm saying you don't think it's all right to give back to people what people give to you?
No, I think it's all right to treat people how you want to be treated, not how they treat you.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't come from that.
Well, you may not. It's a different school, but that's how. See, I went to therapy. I don't know if you ever went there. I went to therapy, so they have taught me certain tools to move with this life so that I can't walk around angry with people. Because the things that I've been through in life, I should have a chip on my shoulder. I should walk around like the world owed me something. I should walk around like I'm, some shit, but I don't, because no one gives a fuck about that. Nobody gives a fuck about you being mad. Nobody gives a fuck about you losing a pageant. Nobody gives a fuck that you didn't get what you needed. You got to give a fuck. So I don't give back all that negative energy. That's too much for my psyche.
You know, I don't want to give negative energy either. However, going back to the question, if somebody does something, I'm pretty much done with that person. Especially if I don't know the person, or if I have a hate by relation with you. If your phone number is not in my contact log, then it's so easy for me to just bitch dismiss you and read you forever, or just girl, you're irrelevant to me. And the people that know me in real life know
Well, let me ask you something. Do you have a spiritual background?
Yes.
So what if God gave up on us every time we did something that went right?
Ooh,
we would be doomed. We would be doomed because we don't follow the word like we should. You know, we get to do what we want to do, and we expect God to still bless us, wake us up in good health, start us on our way, have the activities of our limb. But once somebody do one thing for them, now they're invisible. You don't know who you're gonna need in life and what resources that person can offer you.
And I think people use that convenience for them.
No,
people use that those terminologies and things when it's a convenience for them, because somebody pissed you off and you was mad, you were lashed out, you were thinking about God's judgment then.
But then I told you that I went to counseling.
And you have.
Yeah, and I'm not the same person that I was. You understand? I've grown. That's called evolution.
But
you can't stay in one spot forever. You don't see me going off about these pageants and stuff anymore. I could give a less fuck about this shit.
Because you did.
People still gonna do it.
But
there was a point.
Completely
I did, and I made no apologies about it. But what I did do is I went to go understand who I was in the midst of this. I had to go channel who. I had to go get the kind of help I needed so that I don't be angry at the world. I don't want to be angry. That's a choice. But I'm saying they could actively seek to get to the point. Yeah. I think everybody
That don't mean everyone else evolved, and people have to evolve at their own time and space.
But you can't stay there forever.
Okay, well, I mean, you probably can, but you didn't get there until you got there.
And it's funny because speaking on that, you know, I could speak on that because it happened to me recently. And it came from somebody that I've known for a very, very, very long time. And I had respect for, and they spoke negatively on me. And I wanted to retaliate. I was going to retaliate. I had planned on retaliating, but things
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Things kept blocking it. And the last block was me coming home to retaliate, and I got into a car accident. So that lets me know that no, that's not what you finna do. You know, sometimes you gotta just let them have that and let it go. Cause I'm God. I'm gonna do the work. I'm gonna do it for.
And you know what I tell my friends too? I say you don't have to fight every battle.
You don't have to.
Here's the thing: some people fight every battle. So by the time they make it to the war, they're much too weak to fight. You don't have, you pick and choose those battles. Like something, okay, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Let me go on about my life, you know. But if you fight everything somebody got to say, or every time somebody don't walk in, there's people who will walk past me in the club, don't even speak. Then they'll come back later on and be like, hey, I'll be like, hey, I'm not gonna waste no time. So did you just see me? And no, let's just speak and go about our life, you know. But we both know we saw each other. I could have spoke if I wanted to. You could have too. But
the thing
I'm not fighting that battle because it don't make sense.
I don't feel like it's always like going back to the question. If somebody says something about you on social media, it's not a negative thing that I don't speak to you. And it's not like I just don't speak to you. I'm not harboring that. It's just you're not my type of person. And
I
it's
agree
not
with
like,
that, Cornelius.
like you're not in my mind all the time. It's just like I see you. We understand each other. Don't be like, oh, I said something on social media, so we're gonna go through this phase of like a few weeks just being uneasy around each other. Then you come like, hey, when you no, don't hate me. I'm just like over there to the left.
Yeah, and it's like I don't like when people say, oh, don't be that way. That take too much energy. Sometimes it's not no energy. It's not nothing. You really not thinking about that person. You see them when you see them, but that don't mean that it's taking no energy. Oh, it takes too much energy to hold all that. That's not necessarily true. I walk past a lot of bitches, or I work with bitches.
But think about a time. Think about a time and I'm not talking about just you, Nicole. I'm just talking about to the panel as a whole. Think about a time that you've been in that space and you were in a room with somebody that you had some issue with. How did that feel on the inside? Because for me, trying to avoid that person or trying to make sure I don't make eye contact with that person, I do feel that energy. I feel
it fills up the room. It fills up the room. That energy fills up the room.
That's the thing that's just gonna happen. But I just don't think that people make that kind of energy that way. I can sit in a room with a whole bunch of bitches who I know don't like me, and it doesn't bother me. I don't feel uncomfortable because I'm just gonna go on with my everyday or what I have to do.
I don't want to be there.
But sis, let me ask you this question. Does it not bother you, or do you just ignore it? Have you just learned how to overlook it and ignore it?
Yes, I have, because I'm an adult.
So that's a difference, though. So that's two different things.
But it doesn't
because I know your spirit and I know your heart and you're a loving person. So I don't. Just for me, just from when I've been around you, I just feel like you love and you're too much of a caring person for it not to bother you. I think you have just learned how to adapt and to adjust and just ignore it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where you are. Yeah, I think in your spirit, I think you do feel it in your spirit. I do, because just from what my interactions with you and what I feel like I know about you, I think you do, but I think you just choose to ignore it and just see past it. That's just my opinion. because I feel like you're a loving person, and I know that your intentions are always good with people. But I think that also the walls that we build up to protect ourselves teach us how to just ignore a situation. Not that it doesn't bother us, because just because the wall is up don't mean that you don't know what's on the other side of the wall. You know what's over there. You've just chosen to ignore what it is that's over there.
But that kind of stuff is actually fine with me. When you walk into an environment or a room and you know people feel some type of way about you, or you feel some type of way about them, you know how to ignore or avoid that. And that's what you do. And that don't mean that mean nothing to you. It just means like I'm not bothered by that, and I don't care.
But I don't.
But when I have
to mean something to me, you have to mean something to me for that kind of stuff to bother. So it would bother me if I walked in a room and I couldn't speak to Chevelle.
So that's what I'm saying. So if it was somebody that said something about you on social media that was somebody close to you, you know, that's the difference. You can't do that, you know. So how do you handle that?
Oh, but then the people who do mean something to me wouldn't do that.
Exactly, but some do though.
Well, I mean, some that you might think you mean something to them, and have a relationship.
All right, Chevelle. Me and you have had arguments and big disagreements.
But we'll never take that to social media.
I never once went to social media and said that.
Right, ever.
But also, we don't come from a social media era neither.
Right.
And that too. That too. So
that's very true.
So therefore, when somebody that has not come from that social media era does it.
Well, you know, I think these people are way too forgiving now, and they do things for shock value, entertainment value. But then like, oh, this my sister, we worked it out. No, bitch, don't do that to me.
That's why I say go back publicly and apologize.
Yeah, these people now, they will read somebody on social media, and then a month later post a picture of them together like, oh, we sisters, brothers, whatever the case may be. Chevelle, you know, but I have a personal, we don't really talk, but I would never bash this person on social media. I love them to death, but would never talk about it because that's just not my era. Because when you go to social media, to me, it's just done. We are done.
Especially when how you go to it. We're gonna go to commercial break and we'll be right back.
Here, Queen Chevelle came in here too.
Okay, Queen Chevelle here.
Is it two? Is it two? Is it two people?
Girl, you don't got beside yourself.
Okay.
she out of here, child. Oh Lord. Don't forget, you guys, if you know anyone that's going through any type of mental health crisis, or you need to talk to someone, please don't hesitate to reach out to someone, not just your friends, but this is the National Mental Health Hotline. So please take down a number if you know someone that is in need of this hotline, or you are in need of the hotline yourself. So don't hesitate to call this number, because mental health is real, and people need to talk to somebody these days, not just their friends, but you always need to talk to someone. And also, I want to give a shout out to, where is it? Oh Lord, where I done lost it at? Well, I lost the child. Where is it? I had it in here. Child, that's what
Shit, I probably should have wrote that number down.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. I will be hosting Mr. Gay US today in Dallas, Texas, Wednesday, February 5th. So in Dallas at the Rose Room, where Daniel Dion Scott will be giving up his title, and it is a bunch of boys running. Some you may know, some you may not know, but if you are interested in watching these young men compete, join us in Dallas, Texas, Wednesday, February 5th for Mr. Gay US of A. I'm excited about that. And also, in January, is Miss Gay America. So join us in Little Rock, Arkansas. January 14th through the 17th is Miss Gay America. The finals is on the 17th. Friday the 17th is Miss Gay America Finals. And on the 18th is Miss Gay America Film, which I am competing for. So if you want to come and support me, that would be great to see your face in the building. So come and celebrate with us as they do the first year of Miss Gay America Film. This is the first annual, because it's going to be annually. Miss Gay America Film, and they're giving away $10,000, and it is 16 wonderful contestants competing for Miss Gay America Film, and I am one of them, and I'm very, 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 very excited about it.
How much they give away?
Yeah, $10,000.
Ooh.
And they have preliminaries and stuff already, but one thing about it, Miss Gay America, it's not just a title, it's not just a crown, it is a complete job. You are the brand of Miss Gay America. You are the face of Miss Gay America, so you are doing a job. So when you want to come over here playing with the Gay America family and system, get ready to go to work, okay?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And also, what you want to say, Nia?
Nothing, because when you started flying, I had a question. That one day.
What you want to say?
It was like a topic question. Like, looking at the flyers and stuff, it made me feel like, do you feel like it's a double standard in pageantry as far as like, we want the girls to be feminine, but for the boys, we're like, well, it's a gay pageant, so they don't need to be masculine. So like,
I don't believe in that. I don't. I think, because I've always said that, you know, we are supposed to be feminine, and that's what you expect out of us. But then we have said, well, some of y'all have said on the show before, it's okay because I like a little twist and a little wiggle in the hip from the boys and stuff like that. But I think when we're on stage as women, you expect, well, them as women, because we are women, y'all expect the female impersonators, drag queens, whoever, to be as feminine as possible. But when the men are on stage, it's okay for them to do whatever they want to do, and y'all excuse that. I don't think that's fair. That's why I love like Armandis.
Yes, perfect example.
She's a fembot, but when he gets on stage, he presents a man. Even in his performances, he gets a whole man, and it's lovely to watch, you know. And when I think, you know, an illusion is that what it's supposed to give you on stage and drag and this, that, another, that's what you're supposed to give me as a male. You know, when I see you on stage, you're supposed to give me the illusion that I want to go home and take you home and sex you down. When you come out stage, bitch, you're supposed to be like, oh, bitch, oh, you one of them. Oh, okay, girl. Yeah, that's what I think. That's my opinion. That's my point of view of it all. And so that's how I see it. So it might be different for everybody else, but that's the era that I grew up in and how I see fit for stage. What about you, Neil?
No, I agree. And people, you know, I hear people often say, you know, femininity is not on the score sheet or masculinity is not on the score sheet and X, Y, Z. However, I've been places where they're like, oh, she fish. She gonna get it because she fish. But that's not on the score sheet. But it's like we praise the girl for it, but then for the boys, like, well, masculinity not on the score sheet. So to me, it's like a double standard. Like, we want the girls to be as feminine as possible. We don't want the girls to come out there walking like Kitty Litter. But
Kitty Denise.
Yeah, and you know, Kitty Litter was my favorite girl for a while. But I feel like.
But y'all saying y'all like feminine boys. That's fine. You like feminine boys. That's fine. We're not saying what you like. We're saying what should be presented on stage as far as what y'all saying. Because there's some people that like feminine girls, but do you like a bush girl? Do you want a bush girl that's walking hard and like a dude in gown and all that? But the gown is beautiful, it fit, but she walk like her name is John.
What's her name?
But she John. but she go by Scarlett.
Mm.
You know, so but he can come out and twist in his stuff, and he have on heels. Or he could come out in the heels and walk bad in them. But y'all are okay there.
Ain't nothing more boring than a man trying to act like a man that don't know how to be a man. Ain't nothing more boring than that for me. Female impersonation.
Got to come natural now. Don't get up there faking the front.
Female impersonation is more of a sport than the male version is anyway. Because you guys started.
Because they got to try to act like the man.
Y'all started first, so it's this thing where people have an ideal of what a woman is, because at one point drag wasn't even this serious. It wasn't the girls with the body work and all that stuff. It was simply guys putting on wigs and stuff and going out there to be a girl. So you ran into the problem having people that was a bit more masculine than others. But you are trying to be the epitome of a woman, right? We know what a woman is that we're looking for. When it comes to a male, that's a gay man. They twist all around. I don't mind them twisting.
See that? No.
That's a gay male. He's doing a gay male pageant.
No, it doesn't matter if he's doing a gay male pageant or not. I don't think he's doing a male pageant.
Not a male illusion.
We're doing a gay pageant. So it's a gay pageant.
Let's go. I feel like butch queens have a different standard that they live by when it comes to the girls in pageantry.
Exactly.
The boys.
And that ain't fair.
When you see Neandre got a bit of femininity in him when he's competing, but I like it on him. I like that extra flair on him. Rico Chappelle.
It's not as flamboyant as it is when he wants to be his regular self.
I know, but you can still see
something. When he go to
something.
Continental and stuff, he know how to turn it on to be what they looking for. When he was Ron Universe, he know how to turn that masculinity on, but he knew how to turn that femininity on when he walked down that stage last week. When he was twirling down the runway because he won already. And that has held a lot of the guys back, some of them. Because some of it is okay. They like it from some. They don't like it from some.
I
think
it's almost an unwritten rule that, yeah, it might not be on the score sheet, but people for years, not just this year, XYZ, they have always given credit to the bitch that is more feminine, to the male that's more masculine. Like, oh, they've always like, oh, the masculinity sells. He masculine. Dontrell is getting off the masculinity.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, certain girls should get Yoshiki used to get on the femininity. It's like it's the
You know what they say it's not on the score sheet, but where it's on the score sheet at? In the modeling segment, if they have some if they have the subcategories, that's where it's at. It's right there in the modeling part.
Nicole, you're on mute.
Nicole, you're on mute.
Yeah, well, it's always in there.
Yeah, it's in there. And that's
Subliminally or not.
Trey Son say, for me, it's important to exude a form of suave masculinity because you will have to walk and reign with a woman. It's a king and a queen concept. Thank you.
But you know what I think about though, and this is just my thought. It's just that then aren't we putting those same stereotypes and stuff that we don't want the outside world to put on the community? Are we putting that on ourselves?
That's not.
We
that's
always
not
keep
the community.
we keep talking about acceptance, but
We're
now we're
accepting
going
you
to
for
put
who you are. We're definitely accepting
because also I think that it also depends on what you're talking about. Because some people wouldn't have won some of the other stuff that they've won. Because I mean, look at Freckles. He's not masculine, and nor does he ever put on he's masculine. Judas Elliott isn't masculine, masculine,
but they're not masculine, not looking masculine. But when they're on stage,
I would say, I disagree. When I judged Judas, Judas was Judas. Judas did not give me masculine at all. He was still the same twisting Judas that I performed with at
Give me
Hamburger
the
Maker.
best version of yourself that you're going to present on stage. If you're a feminine person, like Rico Chappelle, when he walks, he's feminine, and it works for him. To me, that works for him. People may have a problem with it.
Rico said he wasn't walking feminine though.
Well, it's his aesthetic, whether he want to have it or not.
I don't think.
But I don't have a problem with that type of thing because I look at it as a gay pageant. You know what I'm saying?
So why can't when y'all look at it for the boys, why y'all can't look at it for the girls and say, well, maybe she just can't walk in them heels like that?
Because it's the art of female impersonation. It was always supposed to be the art. It was.
It's not the art for them.
But what's the art for them?
A man is boring on stage unless he brings.
You go with the standards.
No. Unless he brings something that makes us say, "Oh, okay, it's something different."
And sometimes he brings that masculinity, and that's what.
And sometimes that would work, and sometimes that would get him ahead. But however, it doesn't discredit the feminine guy for me. I like a man that's not afraid of his feminine side.
Thank you, Jarvis. And gay does not equate femininity. It does not. Exactly.
But see, y'all gonna twist this up in all kind of way. What we saying is there's different phases of gay. There's different flavors in the gay. Under the gay rainbow, all gay people won't be equal. Everybody don't know how to get out there and be a masculine man. Some people have feminine qualities, and they should not be persecuted.
Okay, well then that would be the same thing for girls.
Well, listen, y'all was doing drag before I came out and judging pageant stuff. Y'all set those standards.
If I came out,
y'all set those standards.
If I came out and I felt like I wanted to grab my crotch. Mind you, you know me.
I think y'all going in another way.
No, we're not. I was just asking a question, baby. We're just being inquisitive.
Okay, so for instance, this is gonna be the last time. But if a girl come out in like a suit and stuff, and she walk butch and this, that, and other, so this is her sportswear, like, and she walk, masculine. How would y'all score her? But the suit is sickening, and even she just in drag, but she walk bush, but it's fitting for the way she look.
They're gonna take out for the modeling.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, they will.
There you go. Okay. Here you go. It's in there.
Because I've worn several suits where I've had to learn how to
You have
switch.
to fish it up. You know, you have to fish it up. So we're gonna get out of here. We didn't talk long enough, but before we go, we want to give a shout out to Diego and the House of Jewels. The Royals will be there. This is where Ava is the host of the show, and November 20th they have an amazing show with Jada P, the ruler, and also Ava Chanel Alexander, along with a bunch of wonderful hosts, and also the Money Hall entertainers, and also the Money Hall Dickerson. So y'all go out there and y'all see one of the greatest shows in Atlanta, hosted by Ava Chanel Alexander, the Grand Ruler, and Jada P. Star will be there on November 20th. Shout out to Diego, everybody. And don't forget, I'll be in Alabama this weekend. Nicole, what you got going on?
Nothing, girl. I'm going to sleep. I was up for hours last night with Trent. He wouldn't let me go. Trent is so very forceful. And Trent, no means no.
Thank you, Joe. Well, we thank y'all for tuning in to Our Point of View each and every Wednesday. We love y'all for free, and we appreciate y'all. Please go and subscribe to Chevelle Brooks 75 on YouTube and catch up on all the Our Point of Views that we have had in the past. And hey, Gene, shout out to Gene, shout out to Joe. Thank you, Joe. Thank y'all for tuning in. We appreciate you, Nicole, for coming in and stepping in with us. Don't forget, Diamond of the South is December 13th, and Queen is December 14th. We will see y'all in New Orleans. Good night, everybody.
Good night,
Dominique, I love you.
I love you too, darling Nikki. You nasty bitch. Don't masturbate with a magazine, you dirty whore.
Ooh, honey, I gotta go. I gotta go. Yes, God, honey, they had tuned in, baby. I gotta go. 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 If I tell you the kids had came in and tuned in tonight, baby. Yes, they did, honey. I hope y'all got y'all juice, cause guess what, baby? I got mine. I can tell y'all one thing. Y'all better tune in next week, baby, for the next episode of the Boom Boom Show. I gotta go. Honey, I gotta go. Yes, God, honey, they had tuned in, baby. Baby. Ooh, honey. I gotta go. 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 I gotta go.